Hey everyone, I'm Almar of almarsguides.com, and this is going to be part 4 of my complete Kenshi walkthrough. So where I am at right now is in Vane, and I actually hadn't planned to make this part 4 right here, but this is exactly what I wanted to show during part 3, but I never got a chance to. This is, in my opinion, one of the best places for you to level up your toughness early on. And by early on, I mean before your toughness starts getting into like the 40s or 50s. And wow, that beak thing is just fighting the gorilla. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. We're gonna get in there and we're gonna see who the victor is. It's obviously gonna be the beak thing. The gorilla is getting just completely annihilated. Anyway, before I got sidetracked watching this epic duel, and the hives are finally coming. This is the location that I really like for raising my toughness, solely because of how much protection you have here. The beak things do very big AoE damage, so it's possible to get hit by them when they're not even fighting you. And so long as you really stay within the confines of this hive town right here, you always have the protection of the hive. I also recommend that you hire some mercenary guards to protect you when you come here, especially if it's your first time coming here, because they will heal you, which is important. And if you want to kill these gosh darn it. If you want to kill these enemies instantly, loot them. They're animals, which means the second you remove the meat from their corpses, they immediately die. And who's this guy? That's one of the tech hunters that came with me. He lost his left arm and he's unconscious for quite a while. Ouchies. I'm not going to be able to hire that mercenary group again. I'll pick up his body. Another one is unconscious? Jeez. They all tried fighting the beak things and they got their butts beat. Why do I keep running over there? I guess for the pack mule. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down the bodies that I'm carrying with me. Let's see who's unconscious. Bard and pack mule. All of my characters are wounded right now because I've been knocked out a few times by the beak things here. The good thing is, usually only a set amount of beak things will attack you per day, is my experience. And it is not a perfect AFK spot because occasionally you'll get massive onslaughts of beak things from too many sides and you'll have to like run around to avoid them and to also make your character stop attacking. You can also use passive too for that. Let's see. Bard's in a recovery coma. He'll need to repair the -15 to his stomach in order to fully recover. Almost everybody else is injured to some extent, as you can see. Another thing that's good here is if you end up losing an arm, you can repurchase the arm again from one of these. Yay, pack mule just came alive. From right here, I'll show you. Aside from hives, the only thing that sells, limbs in this game are skeletons, usually. So here you go. The hives sell really low quality limbs, usually all economy ones. They don't sell any of the specialized limbs, which the skeletons sell, which are really good. It's actually worth it to rip off your limbs in this game and reapply actual good ones instead of using actual limbs, because using skeletal limbs gives you bonuses, which is pretty funny. But in this room, like I said, you can buy limbs from this guy. If you lose a limb, you should replace it immediately, even if it's just a bare bones economy one, because it gives you your utility back. You will suffer a penalty with the economy limbs. Even some of the skeletal limbs, you'll end up suffering a penalty, but it's not the end of the world usually. You usually get a bonus with the skeletal limbs. I wouldn't worry about them until later. The best place, in my opinion, to buy skeletal limbs is Mongrel. And that is because Mongrel is kind of like out of the way and pretty good to hit up. Well, I should say not out of the way. It's in the circuit where a lot of the main towns are. Like I like this area of the map. I like Admag, Squin, Stack, the hub. It's all kind of, you know, a centralized portion of the map. And then you have Mongrel up to the north, and Mongrel has a lot of masterwork gear. It also has a lot of an archery shop, which a lot of the towns in the Borderlands, etc., do not. The armor shop also sells masterwork armor, like on the frequent. So it's all really, really good. Also, the armor master NPC is right up here in Wend. He's like right in this area on the map. And he's somebody who you can buy a bunch of masterwork armor from. World's End isn't a bad town either, although it's kind of out of the way. I'm actually not too familiar with this right-hand side of the map. I've been over there a few times, but I don't know it through and through like I do this side. We've been fast forwarding a while and we haven't seen many beak things. Usually, if you want to continue at this location, sometimes you kill all of the enemies in the area, and then you have to either you have to leave the area and come back so they respawn, or you save the game, log out, and log back in, and that usually gets them to respawn. So that's what I'll do. I'll show you. And it's worth noting it usually takes like 2 full days to, without any beds, to fully recover from injured limbs. As far as raising your toughness goes, getting knocked out is generally, well, that's interesting. It loaded in some of the bodies again. I guess I've seen it do that before too. Aha, the ones with loot still on them? No. Getting knocked out is what will give you the biggest toughness increase. Also, it says right on toughness that fighting harder monsters increases it more so. Let me see. Ways to train. Getting hurt, getting beaten up, losing battles, not wearing armor, taking more damage, get up and fight instead of playing dead. So basically, get beat up is the best way to raise your toughness. And that's exactly what we're doing. Here comes a beak thing. He's coming right at us. And like I said, he's doing big AoE damage, and we don't even have to, not even to the characters that are fighting him. What I like about this spot is the monsters come to you. And like I said before, you get the protection of the hive town. If you get bored of this location, you can move up the river. The other place up the river is pretty good too. Although I will say, be very careful with the river in Vane. This is like the hot spot. It's where all the beak things roam. Like this beak thing over here. See him? We're gonna charge in and attack him. This is one of the worst ways to fight a beak thing, but it is a good way if you want to raise your toughness. So he's fighting melee. Let's look at the toughness when he hits him. There you go. That's a pretty big boost to toughness. My characters actually did very good against that beak thing. These little paws around me are beak thing nests, which we definitely don't want to go near. I'm going to head back in this direction. There's beak things attacking the town, as we can see. Or at least one over there in the river. Apparently they're not hurt by the river. My dumb tech hunters jumped in the river to go after the beak thing. Brilliant. Ooh, there we go. Beak things. And what's extra bad about now is they're all attacking us and the hive workers are not helping right away. But here you go. This is going to really, really give a lot of toughness because a lot of characters are probably going to get knocked out. Griffin got knocked out. I think Bard is being carried. So one character got knocked out. That's actually good for me. I'm happy with that because it means my characters aren't as weak as I thought they were going to be. The Hive people came in and jumped in, though, to help us. So that is something. Griffin's one of the unique party members you can get in this game. He's an ex-Holy Nation warrior. Oh, more beak things. That was a big hit. So let me put down everything that I'm holding, because I don't want to fight with bodies. There goes somebody. 2 people just got knocked out. These beak things are probably going to knock out my whole party. And then the Hive will come in after my whole party gets knocked out. Watch. There you go. Basically, whole party knocked out. KO right there. And funny enough, that's exactly what we want. Here comes more beak things. This is the downside of this town. Sometimes you get overwhelmed very quick. And sometimes, since all of your characters are knocked out, you can't move out of the way. Why are my characters running out to him? Don't do that. Arwick, how bad are you? No. One hit and Arwick goes down, basically. I don't want him out there. Now they can run out there and loot him. That's what you can do. And 6 hides is like 200 cats per hide. And how much meat was that per? I think... Was it... I can't remember. I think it's 12. It's 12 of the rotten meat, and I think 6 of the normal meat. But I'm probably mistaken of the normal meat. The normal meat, basically, all that, I don't sell it. I cook it into dried meat, and then I use that as food. That's one of my main foods. So you basically pay for your food while you're here. On top of that, you get the cats from the hides that you sell. 5 meat. The cats from the hides that you sell, it's about 1,200 cats per kill. And the rotten meat is essentially pet food. You can use that to feed your pets. Or you can vendor it, but it only sells, I think, for 1 cats each, if they even give you any cats for it. I think sometimes they don't. And here is the waiting game, kind of. We need to wait until we're capable of moving out of here. We also need to keep an eye on our Tech Hunter contract, because it's probably going to go down soon. Even though they're all wounded, I still want to rehire them, because even if my party gets wiped out, there's a chance they'll survive and heal me. And I like that chance, because I don't want to lose my entire party. I don't want to lose any characters in my party, actually, is the better way to put it. They're just starting to get somewhat good. They all still, as you can see, they all still have pretty low strength, and their dexterity isn't much to write home about either. However, their toughness is in the 20s, which isn't that bad. Some of them have toughness in the 30s. My tanks, Rain the Giant and Kang. Kang almost is in the 40s, which is great. Once you have toughness above 60, you are really, really good. You're like a solid character. Once you have your stats in the 90s, that is what is considered usually godlike. You can get to 100, I think, but I'm not sure how much grinding it takes. It's got to be insane amount. But getting to 90 toughness would take you a very long time. 90 strength isn't too hard. It just takes a lot of AFKing when you have a base. Load up a character with something that's really, really heavy, and he'll run back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth while he's trade skilling or something like that. So that's pretty efficient. Dexterity, I don't know too much about, but I think that goes up by using throwing light weapons. There's nifty ways to raise that too. You can, if you keep somebody as a prisoner, I know you can fight the prisoner and then raise your stats while fighting them. I know that's a nifty way. So here is, my guys are pretty much healed up. Only Yarick is limping, which is a-okay. Let's see. Any of my tech hunters on the ground? No, it doesn't seem to be. Let's stop at this trader's shop one last time before leaving. Because what I came here for is leather more than anything. So I want to buy what he has before leaving. Should I offload all that? Yeah, why not? I don't want to be too encumbered going back home. And I could turn the hides into leather if I wanted, but I don't really have enough room in my little dinky house in Squin. I need to move to another town and set up shop in another town, I think. That's actually a trick I can show you in this video. I'm going to show you how to teleport your entire group across the map legitimately. And I'll actually just say it instead of making you last until like the end of the video. What you need to do is you just basically run to a town with one of your characters, and then you save the game. And when you do load game, you select reset squad positions. And then you can teleport your entire unit to wherever the character is that saved the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run, I think, my fastest character all the way to the great desert town of Shobatai. And then I'm going to teleport the rest of... Oh, there goes the tech hunters. You guys can leave. That's fine. You're all wounded and beat up anyway. And then I'm going to teleport my entire group to Shobatai. Man, these guys don't have the most leather, that's for sure. Let's see what the adventuring merchant has. Don't really need med kits. I could use wooden sandals. Nope, nothing. Oh, come on, Bard. Where are you at? I'm letting him carry a big, heavy supply right now because I want his strength to go up, but it is annoying having to wait for him every time because he does lag behind a significant amount. However, he's gotten like 4 or 5 strength skill ups, so that's not bad. It's bad to let my characters get this split up in case I get attacked. I'm going to head to this way station over here and buy some, whatever leather they have. And then I'll head back to Squin, and I'll buy whatever leather they have, and then I'll start trade skilling again. And I'll do a bunch of trade skills as I run to another town, I think. Oh, and a correction from earlier in the video. It actually is possible to get your skills over 100, but only some of them, I think. Like athletics, I've gotten to 101 before, I think. Oh, there's some bone dogs over here. Bard's gonna miss the fight. My characters are all still wounded, so they're gonna get knocked out. Where are you going, Bard? See, he's running towards the fires over there because he wants to ditch the meat in his inventory. It's weird. He has, well, for some reason he has no jobs assigned right now when he should be a medic. Where are they going? I think they're all running over there towards the fire. Now they're being attacked because they were dumb. Hopefully it's a skin spider. Yeah, it is. So long as it wasn't like a group of Kral's Chosen or something. One bone dog too. Yarrick should be fine. They all got so much meat on them. This is what one haul of beak things looks like, though. This is going to be enough dried meat to feed my characters for a while. I'm very satisfied with this. And I probably got like 3 or 4 toughness skill ups, too, from being out there. Because before I started this video, I got wiped out. I think, well, I didn't get wiped out, but I got beat up like twice. Leather today. Sad face. And you have 0 dried meat. Yeah. I don't mind meat wraps. Meat wraps are okay. As far as what you look at as far as food quality goes is the cost per coin as well as the amount of nutrition that you get. Dried meat is some of the best cost per coin per nutrition value. The cooked foods, Gohan is pretty good as well, and meat wraps are okay. This is a boring part. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Lots and lots and lots of meat. We're going to have to put it on our pack mule too, because this is like too much meat for all of us to carry around. Everybody will be moving slow. Man, I ran all the way here with a bunch of stuff in my inventory, weighing me down. Finally making good use of that pack mule. I love the characters zipping around from bonfire to bonfire, holding everything. Alrighty, there we go. Now let's go to Squin. Let's pick up Yarrick. I don't have time for his limpy ass. Alright, now let's go to Squin. Pack Mule's a little slow, but that's a-okay. He's raising his strength. Cross my fingers and hope I get some dust bandits to fight on the way back. Actually, I can look at... No, there's none around me. Oh boy. Dust bandits? Dust bandits! I'm not going to bother looting them because I'm already getting to the point where the amount of money I get per time invested into all of that isn't worth it. What I am going to do though is who am I I'm clicked on Pack Mule. I thought I was clicked on a character that wasn't assigned the job medic. I was going to fix that right now. Well, that was pretty easy. Earlier today when I first woke up, dust bandits were still giving my group a little bit of trouble. Now I just blew through them. And I'm still wounded from the fight with all of the beak things. So, now that I'm back in town, let's put down the injured people. Holtberg is going to withdraw the leather because he's the crafter. And Almar is going to run over to the general goods guy and buy leather before store closes. And darn it, I should have kept those hides again. So there is a... Wow, that leather crate. I guess Holtberg is... Yeah, he has all the leather on him. So this is what I am making. Trader's Leathers. And I did the math, and it costs about 500 cats in total to make one of these. And when they reach standard grade, which requires about 50 skill, you start making, they sell for 745. So you make about 245 cats. Whenever you make a high quality one, you make even more money. And whenever you make a specialist one, you make even more money. It basically doubles each time it goes up. So when you make a high quality, you'll make like 1,400. It'll be like 1,400 cats it sells for, which will be a profit of about, I think about 1,000. And then when it crits into masterwork, it'll be a profit of, I think 2,000 or 2,400, something like that. So that is how I plan to make money through doing that stuff. As far as weaponsmithing, I've been experimenting with this too. The issue with weaponsmithing is until you upgrade this weaponsmith, you can't, into weaponsmith level 2, you can't make high enough quality blades to get enough money from reselling them. It's kind of unfortunate because it would be nice. Like, this is the best one I can make right now, Katoon No 1, and this is only with a crit. And that makes about like 14 cats, I think, profit. So like barely no profit whatsoever. The upside of this, though, is it's very important to raise weaponsmithing in this game, because the best weapons in the game can really only be made through weaponsmithing. Or I should say, the best weapons in the game are this legendary tier of Me Too weapons. I don't know how it's pronounced. I think that is how it is. MEITOW is how it is spelled. They are the best tier in the game, but there's only one of each type of those. And the other ones are, the second best tier is Edge Type 3, and you can make those if you level your weaponsmithing up to 90 plus, which is your incentive to level weaponsmithing up to 90 plus. You can see my weaponsmithing right now is 54, and I can make up to MK1s if I wanted to. However, I can't make MK1s unless I upgrade my weaponsmithing bench. So that's that. Armorsmithing doesn't have the same limitations as far as weaponsmithing does. Armorsmithing, all I need is high skill. So once my skill gets to like 70, I think I can start making high quality. And once my skill gets to 90, I'll be making usually masterwork / specialist quality all the time. And that is my crafting hustle in Kenshi. So let's see here. Almar he runs 20 miles an hour. Now he runs how fast? 25 miles an hour. Okay. He's Mr. Speed. And that's exactly what I need. I need Mr. Speed. How much is the pack mule? 13 miles an hour, and no, he's okay, so this is going to be how we do the skippy thing, where characters skip to different towns. First thing I would like to do, honestly, is I would like to visit Sharp, the town in right here, because it'll have some unique companions. And aside from unique companions, do I want to go to Shark? No, I kind of want to wing it and see if I can make it all the way to Shobatai, but that's a very long run, and Almar's most likely going to get attacked. So let's go to Shark. So I just basically, I'll send Almar there and cross my fingers and hope he gets there. If he doesn't, I'm going to reload. And in the meantime, I'm going to raise athletics and strength on these characters by just running them back and forth in town, because why not? Shark is a bit of a crazy town. Lots going on there. Also, you can buy hemp and hashish there, and then you can also sell those items at a another town. Let me see. This video has been going on for 36 minutes. I can show that to you, honestly. I think that would be a good way to round out the video, because that's the main trading route in this game. And some people prefer the trading route for making money. Usually, though, you don't do it by the cheapskate way that I'm about to do it. And you have to pay attention to that. See, Almar stopped. For whatever reason, he stopped on the map. Why does he keep stopping? See, I can see the dot. It's just standing there and he's not moving. Yeah, you need to move, bro. This is weird. There he goes. Takes off now. After all this trouble, he better get there. One thing, if you want him to run there without much interruption, don't have your camera follow him, because it'll constantly have to load as he runs through areas. It's best to just do what I'm doing and let him run there and watch him on the map like this to make sure he gets there safely. And he just got... Cool. He made it. Well, he didn't... He made it through that combat. Maybe he didn't. No! You can do it! Slightly injured is right, but you can make it. You can make it, buddy. Come on. I don't feel like doing this again. Discovered village. Swamp is a dangerous place. The more you know. I got attacked by a spider thingy. I can't remember what they're called. But they're pretty dangerous. Whatever that weird run bug is with Kenshi. That really put a damper on my run. And also, my swim skill is remarkably low. Which is an issue too. I need to move to South Wetlands to level up my swim skill. There's something else chasing me now. Alrighty. So we made it to Shark. And what we want to do is... first, actually, we want to teleport back here and buy any leather that is for sale. Why am I still being attacked on Almar? What? Oh, Swamp Ninja. Yes, yes. I get the point loading. Okay, so what we're going to do is... let's save. And we're going to teleport my group here. What we do is we enable this reset squad positions and click load. And wherever, like I said before, wherever you save, it's going to teleport your entire squad to that location. This is a very dangerous spot for my squad at this level. However, I'm kind of just about like the right level for doing the trading route. It usually doesn't take this long to load. It's just being really weird. Okay, where was the guy shouting that he had drugs for sale? Right up here. I'll take your drugs. So this is hashish. This is one of the main items that we'll be selling at different towns. So we're going to buy all the hashish. What do we have to sell? Some claws. So let's check the bar for any companions. Oh, Wend. It's an interesting name. Hamut, this is an companion. His family was killed by slavers or something like that, and you have to basically announce to him that you hate slavers, and he'll come with you. So he says, what are your thoughts on slavery? I think it's an ugly practice. So if I go to the slavers' outpost, you'll join me for free. Of course I will. I fight for the oppressed. Yep, that, and then Hamut joins you. He has decent stats, starter stats. See? So he comes pretty well equipped already with some basics. And his gear is mediocre, to say the best. Doesn't seem like anybody... I think this barman just asked me to gamble. Nope, he has... And also, sake, right here, is the other item that you're going to want to buy in order to trade. I'm going to buy the Gohan, too, because I want food. And it's actually relatively cheap. Okay, so we got one companion, we got some food, and we got some items to trade. Now let's run over here to the general supplies. And we're going to do the same thing. More hashish. Some leather, which we've been needing. And that's all I think I can use from you. I'll buy the med kits too. And I think, if I'm mistaken, this is a new vendor right here that you might not have seen in the game yet. This is a mechanical vendor. He has usually mechanical stuff, but as you can see, he has like a wide variety of stuff here. I guess a better thing to call him would be a trade skill vendor. He has a lot of trade skill reagents. The only thing we need from him is the leather. What else is in town? Weapon over there. There's a adventuring supplies over here, which I would like to hit up. And I want to hit up the other bar in town. One bar is the Dancing Skeleton. The other bar is owned by, I think, the current faction that is like kind of taking over. Okay, there's a bar. Okay, there's a bar, and then that other one's a, like, police station. And here's some swamp raptors. They are a common enemy inside the swamp. Kind of want to fight them because I'm in the middle of town. If I fight them, they're going to mess me up, which is exactly what I want. Swamp raptors don't drop anything good. They're not worth looting. I'll show you what they drop. 1 animal skin and 6 foul raw meat. I mean, if you want to loot the animal skins, you can, but I don't think it's worth it. So let's check out this other bar. Oh, and these are the spiders that attacked me outside. As you can see now, they're attacking me inside. Blood spiders is what they're called. And they ouchies. As far as loot goes on them, let me show you. Once my character stopped dogpiling me. 2 animal teeth, that's it. That's all you can get off of them. So let's check this other bar. Stubbs Momuso, I'm pretty sure that is a unique companion. You could, yeah, he was a unique companion, and you can tell he was because it didn't prompt me with another screen where I could change his appearance. Green, this is a unique companion. Green is a Hive Exile that used to be a prince. He's a Hive Prince character. These Hive Princes are best for working in your base. They're not really best for combat. They'll get messed up pretty good. $23 hunter cats. That's all it takes for green. Mercenary captain, right there. If I want to hire some mercenaries before I leave this town, which I probably will. Zill, I don't know that name. That's not a unique companion. Swamp casino dealer. He won't sell any drugs. Okay, that's all of the unique companions that I find here, that I know here at the minute. Was he eating Almar? It's not good that Almar is in critical condition because I kind of need him to run to the next town. Where's Arwick? There he is. Arwick is 21 miles per hour. Let's give Arwick the shoes, and Arwick can run. Well, actually, wait. Do I want to take everybody together? Mayoi's limping a little bit. So, where we would need to go, or where we should go, is technically to Morn, and then Flats Lagoon, which is up here. That would be the ideal rotation to run for our purposes, what we're trying to do with the trade run. What we want to do is we want to buy sake and hashish in the swamp and sell that in Flats Lagoon and Morn, because you will be able to sell it for like 120% markup. And then we buy cactus rum and I think skeleton repair kits in Flat Lagoon, and we can sell them in Shark for a decent markup. The reason that's the case is because sake is made in Shark, and at the same time, cactus rum is made in Flats Lagoon. So you kind of like buy what is popular to make in that location and sell it in a location that it is unpopular. So what we are going to do though is we're going to hire that band of mercenaries. Let's hire them on Green, since Green is Mr. Squish, since he's brand new. Where is the mercenary captain? There we go. So we're going to run on foot to this town so I can show you how to get there. And it is a bit of a perilous run. It's not good for me to be doing it with the new companions I just recruited, but we'll make do. So let's actually save. Also, there's a few towns in the swamp. This village to the north, this is Mudtown. And Mudtown is actually pretty good to hit up for some sake and some hashish too. There's a couple towns in the swamp that are good to go to for hashish and sake. Or more colloquially, drugs, since that's basically what both are. It's really hard to see where you're going in the swamp because of the rain, the fog, and everything else. So there's a bar here as well. And there's a unique companion or two here, if I'm not mistaken. And there's also the general supply merchant here, which is currently closed because it's 3 a.m. Silvershade. That's a unique companion right there. He's another Hive Exile Prince. See, Hive Prince. So there we go. I got is this a vendor? Swamp Casino dealer? No, it is not. So those are the unique companions in the swamp. Some of them. Hamut, Stubbs Momuso, Green, Silvershade, and I think there's 2 or 3 more. If you come to this location and you want to get the unique companions and they're not spawning for you, you have a few options. 1, you can wait a few days and return. 2, you can log out of the game to the title screen, and on there will be an option called Import Game. Use this sparingly because it will, wow, that's like some red sabers walking right through the town. That's pretty funny. I'm surprised they didn't attack. Anyway, use import game and you will, basically re-import all of the environment and housing, NPCs, all of that. You get to choose actually what you want to import. You can choose not to import your current research, your current base, your current buildings, what you own in towns. You can like basically recreate the world from scratch as it would be had you created a new game with import game. And I think the reason this exists is because there's lots and lots and lots of bugs in this game. And that's their way of trying to alleviate some of it. So we bought some leather and some more hashish from this vendor, and that's all we can get. There's spiders attacking. Spiders aren't really worth looting because they only give 2 animal teeth. The only reason you would really loot them is to kill them. This village to the east will have a town as well. Mayoi's left leg is still too screwed up to walk. And all of these towns have a shop, I think, a general goods shop. Okay, that's not good. That's some red sabers that are coming to attack me. Or, yeah, red sabers. Oh, cool. Their stats aren't as high as I thought they were. So I'm not that concerned about them. No shop at this village? Okay, I guess this is the one without a village. There may still be a drug merchant, though. When we get close enough to the village, somebody will yell that they're a drug merchant if they're there. I think we're fighting red sabers. This is one of the dangers of the swamp. They have stats in the 20s, but they're not too difficult. And if I remember correctly, red sabers aren't worth looting. Horse chopper, not worth it. That's somewhat decent. That's not very good. So their weapon isn't very good. Their armor is hit or miss. You can steal their med kits and I'll steal their weapons in case they get back up. On those few at least. So what we need to do is we need to run through we need to run past the burning forest, or we can go through the burning forest depending on our movement speed. Our movement speed doesn't seem to be the best though, so I wouldn't really recommend going through the burning forest. Then again, I mean, and yeah, there's some spiders. If we run into them in the burning forest, it's going to be very unfortunate. Usually I cut through the burning forest in high bone fields. Right at that border. Okay, so we made it to the burning forest. Hamut and Maui are hanging behind. Hamut is 10 miles per hour because he's carrying Maui, who has a busted up leg. So you can alleviate the burning forest's acid rain if you get the right armor. There's some armor that is highly resilient to acid. Also, hivers and skeletons are resistant to the acid. I'm kind of unprepared for this run, but I'll still survive. What burning acid does is it damages your... ooh, that's not good. That's a pack of skin spiders. What burning acid does is it damages your total health and lowers it slowly. Like you'll see some of my limbs. Well, Silvershade is who I'm clicked on. He's fine. Almar, you can see all of my limbs have been taking damage. Sorry, I can't switch to Almar to show you too well without losing the click on all of my characters. So here, like you can see Almar's, a lot of his limbs have been, are taking some damage, which isn't good. Okay, I am moving through this zone way, way too slow, and there's enemies everywhere. So, this was a bad idea. My characters, they don't have the proper athletics or the encumbrance to get through here unscathed. I'm gonna have to follow this border of Shen. Some red sabers again. Well, despite Hamut taking forever, at least he's gotten some strength skill ups. Finally made it to Shem. Shem has lots and lots and lots of beak things, which is my main fear. I like how they go around the bridge even though going across the bridge was an option. Okay, Hamu, you really need to, like, we need to figure this. He is the weakest link. Much easier now that I picked up my slow characters. I just need to be careful approaching going through this area. The nice thing about this run, too, is it takes you through one of the main areas of the game. Or one of the cool areas of the game. And Flats Lagoon, in my opinion, is one of the best designed towns in the game. In this area, we have to keep an eye out for beak things. Also, I think there are elder bone dogs. Oh, that is another issue right there. The blood spider's running right towards us. But we're still protected by our mercenaries, so we're good. That's exactly why we hired them. I would not do this run without the mercenaries at my level. Because at least if something attacks me, I can leave the mercenaries to die and fight it as I run. Make them earn their 4,000 cats. Man, this pack mule is quite slow right now. What's up, buddy? I think because of his strength. What does he have? Lots of hashish, some sake, lots of dried meat. He's got quite a bit, yeah. Bone fields. Dun dun. It's one of the endgame zones, in my opinion. Or one of the, like, pre-endgame zones. Good. No bone dog nests. Discovered strange town. That's cool. That's Flats Lagoon. It hasn't fully loaded in yet, but this is also where I... Oh no! Elder bone dogs just aggroed us. Or boneyard wolves, rather. That is not good. I didn't see them. They're a bit... I wonder if they can swim. Yeah, I'm sure they can. Oh well. I got my mercenaries with us. I want to get down by the water's edge. That way, after the fight, I can just, Stubbs got knocked out right away. It's funny. It's because his toughness is only 2. Okay, that wasn't bad at all. Thought it was gonna end up worse. They're not as bad as beak things. So this part's gonna be slow because my swim skill I have not raised at all yet. No, characters. You're being dumb. It's because it's faster to run on land than actually swim, so they're gonna run on land as much as possible. This is basically how you... Oh, and there's no drowning in this game. The swim skill is weird. It says you can drown. But that's complete bullshit. You can't drown in this game. See, that's the issue, too, with clicking out super far into the water, is they'll run to land, and then they'll run along the land and then swim out there. But this is how you raise your swim skill. And this is also very, very useful for you to raise your swim skill like this. That way, when you ever do swamp runs, so you don't get yourself killed when running through the swamp. Ruka is moving very, very slow. She's probably injured. Yeah, she's kind of injured. Oop, oop. Bone wolf up there that I don't want to deal with. Let's get to Flats Lagoon, though. So I'm not wasting so much of your time leveling swimming for no reason. There's sometimes enemies will come up here like this. Some things at the bone dogs after the pack mule. So this is Flats Lagoon. Like I said before, this is one of the endgame towns, kind of. There's and the reason I call it an endgame town is because there's a lot for sale here that is high level. So let me show you. This is one of the armor shops. He's got unique armor, as you can see, lots of armor too, and some of it's high level, pretty high level. Specialist grade, that's higher than any of the NPCs in Squin ever sold. Which we're going to take advantage of and buy a piece. And that's a pretty high ranking weapon, MK2. So here's a bar, which I don't think is going to have any companions. I don't think Flats... Well, it'll have basic companions. It won't have... any unique ones, though. Don't tell me my game crashed. I think this might be where I have to end the video if my game ended up crashing. Basically, I'm just going to go through Flats Lagoon and do a few more things. Sell the sake, buy cactus rum, sell the hashish, buy cactus rum, any skeleton repair kits, and then I would head back to Shark. But this video has gone on long enough, and since the game froze, that's my cue to cut it short. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a like because that helps me out, and I will catch you guys around in the next part of my Kenshi walkthrough.